Ubisoft have a habit of sprinkling diamonds on turd and coloring it gold and calling it a masterpiece. They have a habit of tiptoeing around important conversations including Splinter Cell and then giving us something else. In fact, they will go the extra mile to include Splinter Cell characters in other games. They will pull assets from every other game out there, mash it up and call it the next big thing. Give us something that nobody asked for, and they partially succeed in a lot of these ventures because our fellow gamers mostly buy into it. The company and its developers will tell you that they're listening to gamers, but all they're basically doing is following trends in the worst way possible. XDefiant is basically Ubisoft's attempt at a hero shooter genre. I will say they're kinda late to it, but I digress. This game is a first-person game with class abilities and passives. It takes characters from many Tom Clancy games, including the enemies and the heroes of those games. Aesthetically, it looks nice, but it's also not unique enough to keep players engaged for a long time, and I'm going to explain why. So, this game uses an art style quite similar to Hyperscape, one of the recent releases and failures of Ubisoft. There are several maps from the Division and other games. This also consists of objectives and modes that you've seen in Siege and in Overwatch. The gunplay and time to kill look similar to games like Call of Duty or Battlefield. It is vibrant, as I said earlier, it is sharp. It is a free-to-play game on all platforms, and being that there is no entry point makes it appealing to a lot of people, but it's really not a good idea. In fact, the thumbs down ratio on a lot of these videos will tell you what you need to know. A lot of people are not happy about this. In the past, I've talked about how Ubisoft will and continue to break their games into pieces as a way to create multiple sources of revenue. Instead of selling one game in one season pass, they can sell you 10. The same thing is happening with Division right now, Assassin's Creed, Rainbow Six, and the list goes on. What makes some of these practices even crazier or scummier is the fact that they will remove game modes from existing games and resell it to you as another $70 item. Some good can come out of this, being that, hey, you're getting to try out a free game. However, the worst part of this is that you can no longer enjoy multiple features on the same game. You now have to download about 5 games and buy over 4 premium passes just because you want to enjoy something that maybe was all in one package in, let's say, the Division. As a Division player myself, we've been basically asking for them to merge Division 1 maps into Division 2 or asking for some other features here and there. They made it look difficult. We've been asking for PvP modes that includes mostly just gunplay instead of all-out skills. They made it look difficult. But then you have another studio from Ubisoft who can basically just easily rip and plug in various Division tile sets and abilities and features into this game, doing basically what we've asked for within a matter of a year or two. If you're looking at the upcoming few months, there are big games, big PvP games coming out. You have Halo Infinite with a free-to-play multiplayer. You also have Battlefield, and then you have several other PvP games out there, third person, first person, which are incredible and amazing. So for them to release, or at least want to release something like this, it just tells me that Ubisoft are really desperate and they're just coming up with anything just to see if their hook is able to catch a whale. This is the reality of Ubisoft games right now, and it's really getting frustrating and starting to piss me off. They are still trying to replicate the success of Rainbow Six Siege, but they are doing it in the wrong way possible. This game is not going to make them $500 million a year. It's never going to happen. And that's just the reality of the world. But I would like to know what you guys think about this down below in the comment section. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.